Welcome to the Streams of the Universe channel. I'm Anna. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, your help and support, my dears, for this channel of mine. It's very, very nice that you visited. Happy upcoming holidays, my dears. Happy holidays. Today, without a question, we will just read the information, because sometimes a question limits the flow from the energy information field. Yes, it shows the question more clearly then. It shows some kind of idea. Yes, for example, I ask, what's going on with you? And it will show this clearly. What should you pay attention to? Yes, that's clear too. But when we limit ourselves to questions, we might miss out on something important. Now we're going to ask the higher powers a little question. Well, what kind of question? So that they tell us something important for you, for your energy. So they tell us something about you, so you can see what you need to see. Let's say, without any specifics, you might have worries about your family, your home, your job, just the usual everyday worries. We all deal with them every day, but the higher powers might be able to give us something specific, something we should pay attention to, and maybe something will be resolved. Then we'll expand our possibilities. In general, we'll expand them. Let's not set any limits today and just talk about you. Right now, talk about you completely. What's here? What's here? What information? What flow will come? I'll just read. For now, we're asking about you, and then, based on you, we'll ask the rest of the questions, the more specific ones. So, the Four of Air came up. Recovery, maybe thinking about some kind of healing, meditation. Well, it's generally a card of rest. Sometimes, in a negative sense, it means forced rest. But you're reflecting on something in a healthier way, I would say. Actually, it's also a card of family karma, maybe about ancestral dilemmas, something between children and parents, parent-child relationships, male-female relationships. If you and your husband have children, yes, family property is also included here, whether it's my children's or mine. Well, the four, yes, some kind of stability. I'll tell you right away, if there are no actions here yet, no actions, yes, the thoughts are generally healthier. Again, we do. Oh, how should I say this? I do, here it doesn't matter. By the way, when your soul was drawn in, but I still do it during the pre-holiday time. There aren't any days off yet, yes, not the holidays themselves, but maybe, really, someone is already resting. Right? Well, you never know. Someone is resting, and I can say for sure if you have any plans. Healthier? Some kind of deep thoughts? Well, or someone is thinking about their health. I hope that's not the case. But here it's just about recovery, healing, or thoughts about your home. The four corners of an office, maybe a workspace, a place of work. It's better, it gives us stability, some kind of family relationships, parent-child relationships, and you have plans for freedom. Here, you see, this little person, he's wearing a freedom t-shirt. Well, a kind of hippie t-shirt, yes, like a protester for freedom. And if you have joyful thoughts about this, I can say that your thoughts are right. Right now, a higher power is telling you, you are doing exactly what will bring you freedom and happiness in the future. Are you absolutely sure, or have you just decided on something, or are you still thinking about it? And by the way, maybe you've already finished something, took a deep breath, and now you feel stable, like you can finally relax. This will especially resonate with you if it's not a forced break, not something you were made to do, but you chose to rest or made that decision yourself. And your soul feels it deeply. It touches both your heart chakra and your solar plexus. It's important to me. I feel like sunshine there. Like a child, I'm happy for my children. Maybe it's about ancestral energies or property. The 4 came up, so strong ancestral energy is involved. I don't know. Maybe something was done for my health, too. It was done and you're happy about it. And the future, I really want it. Sunshine, that's my wish. That's my heart. It's like a kind of freedom, and now I can even feel this lightness. Everything is perfect for you. I can tell you that the higher powers want to tell you that something truly perfect is coming your way. But in any case, your thoughts have become healthier. That's really, really cool. But there could also be some negativity here. After all, the first card that came up was a sword card. Sword cards are actually the most difficult. Honestly, it's crazy. They're always hard to read. There are a few cards that show lightness, decisiveness, and change, but they're still all a bit nerve-wracking. And this card also has some negativity, even though it came up in the upright position. I still want to talk about him, because right now, I'm not putting any restrictions on the higher powers. With your questions, you know? If something happened here out of necessity, like you got sick, or you were forced to take a break, I don't know, you were fired. Something happened out of necessity, like you would have wanted it differently, but you have family restrictions. For example, children have difficulties. They stay the same, and nothing changes. But you really want freedom to speak freely, to meet freely, and so on. That's when the cards say that your thoughts have started to heal in the right direction. Well, it's just that your situation is more painful. That's how I would put it. Well, for example, the house. I have to live in this house I don't know. The neighbors are always barking, with swords. They're cutting me. I don't know. I'm always under some kind of restrictions. Well, if it's a house or an apartment, I don't know. Maybe I've already made a decision about the house. I already want to rest, but I'm still building it. Is it like an eternal unfinished construction or some kind of never-ending renovation? Yes, there's a sore spot here, but the card is in the upright position. My thoughts shifted toward healing, and this will give you what? Freedom. Again, here we go again. It's just that in one case it's forced. Here I am, yes. But still, it's like you'll go anyway. Now the right thoughts are coming, like how to move this notorious 4, right? Sometimes we even meditate on this card. Of, Lord, nothing changes, we pray. Nothing changes with this card. The higher powers say, listen, look beyond the boundaries of your thoughts. It's your thoughts that are limiting you. You have so many opportunities to break free, to change. I don't know, to change, to sell the unfinished building. I don't know, to change the construction crew. Call your children and say everything. Say it in a healthy way, without blaming anyone. And then something will be resolved. If it gets resolved, that's it. The end forever, and just let it go, and forget it. And, honestly, just stop thinking about it. Do you understand what I mean? But this is for those who are forced, really forced according to the 4 of air. So it's also like when we pray, right? Because in other decks, it's like I go to church, I pray right there. Then, you know, it's like that parable, the flood, right? The flood. And everyone is floating on boats. And there's a little man sitting on his rooftop, praying and praying. One boat passes. Come with us. Another, let's go, because soon there'll no one. He says, well, I'm praying to higher powers. They'll save me now. In the end, the water is already up to his neck. And he's like, I hate you, higher powers. I asked you, God, and you're not saving me. He says, damn, what are you doing? And now he's already drowned, standing before God. And God says to him, I sent you so many boats. People called you directly. They told you. And what did you do? Well, in general, I want to say that having the card in the upright position is, of course, cool. It says things are cool no matter what. Recovery is happening. If you have had any surgeries or injections, swords can, when it comes to health, indicate injections, some kind of surgeries, swords, operate. In general, you are moving towards recovery. Even if you don't notice it yourself, that's the 4. But if you did it yourself, yes. You made the decision at home, in your own apartment, to do the renovation, to change your profession or, I don't know, your job, or some kind of stability. In general, maybe you don't notice it yet, but recovery is already happening. Well, because meditation is always slow, you need to notice some energies with your soul. That's what the higher powers are telling you, just in a negative way. The higher powers are saying that recovery is happening here too. It's just, damn, it's a forced recovery here because your soul was demanding freedom. It was demanding it. And we heard you. And even if you're just sitting still on your butt, there might be a little problem here. And yes, you'll figure out how to do it right. That is, to get out of there, out of some difficult situations. Because there is a way out here. Here, a butterfly is sitting on one of the swords. The swords. It's right next to the head. So, you are literally lying on a healthy thought. Like, how do you get out of something? If you have actually decided to rest now, or just think calmly, instead of taking action. And your soul says, over there, I know for sure, it will be better. Everything will be perfect. For example, I've already discussed everything there. About the kids, about the man, about the apartment. I know, it will be better there. So you've already agreed on something there. Signed, discussed. Done everything, right? Everything. You're lying there in freedom. You're literally lying there in freedom. Who ended up somewhere on their own, not by force, right? I hope I didn't confuse you. Well, that's just the layout I want today. Okay, your card. Well, this card. Here we go again with swords. The card is already showing liberation. It says changes are already happening. Well, yes, you're still worried and anxious because you can't see the shore yet, but you'll reach a very good shore because things are already moving forward. Changes are already happening. Everything is already changing. This card can also mean that you recently went somewhere. Now you're resting. You went some here. Found out everything. Yes, there are still some worries. You talked to someone. Means of communication. Transportation. Maybe you got your driver's license. I don't know. Or you bought a cell phone. With some people, people you can actually meet with. Maybe even within 4 walls. Almost like a relative. Or maybe they really are relatives. So it's really just that. Oh, by the way, to judge, it's like some kind of stability with relatives, real changes, because these are means of communication and transportation. To talk about something, about some exciting moments, experiences, both joyful and not so joyful, I'll say right away, in general, I've already launched the boat of fate for you here. The sun rises, and I can immediately tell who sees it, who feels it, who senses this sun with their soul. Well, you're going exactly where you need to, even though only sword cards keep appearing. My goodness, what does that mean? Well, maybe the higher powers just want to calm you down. But then, how should those who ended up somewhere against their will interpret this? How should they interpret it? They heard your soul wants freedom, but your mind won't let you have the 4 of Swords. Don't leave your job. Don't leave this house. Don't leave these complicated family relationships. I don't know, it's hard with my husband. That's it. I won't allow it, I won't allow it, I won't allow it. But my soul really wants to. Well, she tells me, exciting changes have started. And these changes will lead you to stable shores where you'll like it. Well, what kind of changes they will be? They're like swords. Since you didn't get into that boat and row yourself, but... Well, you already have the right thoughts. Your thoughts have heard your soul. You can leave yourself in some acute situation. You have been heard, and your soul has been heard even more. It's probably screaming like it's been cut. Freedom, give me freedom, right? So it's some kind of strong inner desire. It's just that some people did it themselves, and some might not be able to do it here. But changes have started here too. Well, where you will have a choice. Well, that's what I asked you about. Someone who doesn't let themselves get out of something for a long time, who is indecisive, embarrassed, avoids things, always avoids things. Yeah, I'll stay in this dam. Four of Swords, avoiding things, an avoider, basically. Swords again. Well, But for those who went on their own, these changes happened. And now other changes are coming. You have a road expansion going on, you have a road expansion happening, and damn, it's just always easier to do things yourself. You know, that's what the cards are saying here. To hear the call of your soul, when your soul is screaming so loudly. You know, I can also say this. Once you made the decision, you immediately felt relieved. Here, your roads and paths are expanding, but there are those who feel a heavy weight on their soul and just can't make that decision. As soon as you make the decision, changes will start happening, and things will begin to expand too. But even if you don't make the decision, changes are already happening anyway. Sometimes, we just don't want, we avoid it, we come up with excuses. Why can't I move forward there? Here's one excuse, so I won't go down this road, and then another excuse, so I won't go down that road either. They say, the cards, you'll go. They say there's stability there. There's a whole city, yes, the city of the rising sun. You're going somewhere, to a city, you're sailing, to the city of the rising sun. You'll go, the card says. Well, they'll help you go there. In general, yes, this can cause anxiety and a sense of some kind of insufficiency. Well, in this city, there will be enough of everything. And well, spiritual growth. Your soul has been heard. So, indecisiveness. What is that? It's a lack of willpower. My soul is screaming, but I don't have enough willpower. Here he is, your guardian angel, opening the door for you. It's probably just very easy for those who have accepted it themselves. They've made their decision, and their soul is now at peace. Oh, I know. I've already made a firm decision. Really firm. I'm definitely going to start these changes myself. And here the road opens up even more. And here there will be enough of everything. Whatever you were lacking there, you will be helped with. Or whatever you were missing, like finances. The Five of Pentacles appears. Yes, your guardian angel says, I'll protect you here, my dear. Your soul's been heard. Whatever you've been worrying about. Yes, for example, let's say, I don't know, things are so bad at work, but I don't leave. Well, yes, of course. They might give you a kick in the butt, or fire you, or even dissolve that job. But then you'll go and find help, someone who will help you, and there will be enough of everything. Since you aren't going yourself, well, but if someone is really going to do, like everything here, then your worry, basically, the door is already open there. It's holding you, where your soul will rejoice. You stand soulless, lacking spirituality. Something's always missing, which worries me. But over there, the open door has everything you need. Well, basically, where you can kind of control the material side of life. Well, someone will get real estate. Someone will get a stable job, well, a reserve, or a safety cushion. The Four of Earth, so something else, something more. Sensitive, giving, loving, well, that's 100%. You've definitely made the decision. Most of you, I would say 99% here, have made the decision. Because it's intuition, I can really feel it. And loving, sensitive, giving. You've made plans. Your soul, for 99% of you here, is rejoicing, truly rejoicing. You know this will happen because you started it yourself. You've already made a clear decision. What changes are coming? The ones you've been evaluating for a long time, investing in something, enduring. I don't know. Those are the changes waiting for you. Well, the fruits will warm you. Well, they will warm you, girls. They'll definitely warm you, 100%. The city of the rising sun, yes. The land of the rising sun. Some new land of the rising sun, yes. That is a reward for patience, for making decisions. Here you will be making decisions. Some prospects will open up very soon, yes. That's where you should be able to reap the rewards. Or it's some kind of professional work, or just detailing. All that's left is to work out the details. For example, if someone was renovating a house or an apartment, only the little things will be left. So you'll have some new opportunities, and soon you'll just be working out the details. Yeah, just the little things. For example, I finished renovating the apartment, and now I'm just looking at which curtains to hang, picking out the colors. Family relationships, working out some details. Maybe a child, if you have kids. This is about parent-child relationships, family matters. The very first card was about family. If this is about health after all, right? Here, opportunities will expand, and you'll be discussing the details. What, where, how I want things to be, finishing something, focusing on some small details there. It's like it will unfold, and I'm refining the details. Here, you're refining the details of the result you've achieved. Well, and of course, only those who have firmly decided to persistently move forward, to go through this door where you felt something was lacking, will enter this door. This card right here, it's exactly the Seven of Fire. Well, for example, here is the profession card, the work card, and I'll just explain that this can be interpreted in different ways. From the Four of Swords, it can be read differently, and also ancestral energy. And, well, it's some kind of painful situation. I would say, yes, worrying about children, I don't know, about parents. Well, from here it's about work, finances. Yes, this is exactly the profession card that came up. The door to the profession is open. Were you, according to the Seven of Fire, it's a competitive struggle. You'll win in competition, meaning you'll be accepted or promoted. Or, if you work for yourself, more clients will choose you. For what reason? Well, you worked really hard, but also, this is about highlighting your activity. Well, if you have your own business, advertising, like, yes, let's say you've already done everything, taken all the steps. The only thing left is to advertise, because the market is full of all kinds of services now to be competitive. Yes, then you need to highlight what makes you better than your competitors in your field. Well, even if you're applying for a job somewhere, you're also in a kind of competitive fight. It's a competition. So others will say, we can do it this way, but you're standing on the hill, so here you need to show, I'm the king of the hill, mine is still better, and you need to prove it somehow. So and what if it's a parent-child relationship? Here, it turns out you get the result, but there are still some details to work out. Details. And what about your comp? Well, maybe kids, yes. Well, let's say, for example, parent-child relationships, or parents think that you can't do something. But so how do you prove it? Prove it. Yes, I can do this. I can bat this off. I have done it. Something like this. Yes, there might be some misunderstandings about something. Well, then you'll have to discuss it, of course, firmly and persistently. Firmly and persistently discuss it. With your husband, for example, if you have children together, because the first one, after all, was lost. The ancestral energies, the family ones, when leaves started branching off. That you're right in some ways. Well, really, it means here, it's true, it's true. Well, Stop hiding your emotions. I just wanted this card here because it's harder to read, well, here, especially in the details of certain moments. It's harder to read in parent-child and male-female ancestral energies, by the way, as well. Yes, stop turning a blind eye to negative emotions if there's something you don't like, and gain strength of spirit, emotional strength of spirit, and fulfill, and share your own path. The way I see it, you're mistaken. You see it one way, well, or each of us has our own truth. You see it like this, and I see it like that. This is important to me. We are different. And it's also great and cool that we are different. And how's that in parent-child relationships? Well, yes, there might be some illusions here. Choices, reconsideration, and getting rid of putting things off, putting them off again and again. Well, or like a mother and daughter, for example. I just recently read a comment like that, and it really stuck in my mind right now. A woman wrote it. She lives somewhere in Europe. Maybe you'll recognize yourself, because I read all the comments. I just don't remember all the nicknames, every single one. And her daughter wrote beautiful poems, expressing her love for her mother. Yes, but she thinks that's actually a misconception of society. It's not actually easier to live in the United States or Europe. I've lived in the United States, Russia, and elsewhere. It's not easier anywhere. I'm telling you right away. It's hard to earn money everywhere, and it's really hard to compete and prove yourself. And what? Are relationships better there? No, they're not. It's exactly the same everywhere. Plus, there's a different language, which makes it even harder. Still, it's a high goal. Yes, the standard of living is higher there, but you still have to prove your competitiveness there too. See, and it's actually a common misconception that, somewhere else where we aren't, it's better. It means there are marmalade rivers and chocolate shores over there. I don't even know. But this whole story, it's this eternal misconception, as it seems to me too. My, so to speak, acquaintances would say, "Oh, why do you fly so rarely?" I say, "In Russian money, these flights cost nearly $1 million. Oh, well, you probably earn a lot there." I say, "Excuse me, why do you think that? Even if you do earn more there, can you imagine how much? And over there, it's even more expensive. And you pay for everything, actually. And in the end, you're left with next to nothing. So yes, the standard of living is higher, everything is nicer, but you pay more for it, actually. And if you don't win in the competition there, then you get nothing at all. You'll end up living worse than you did at home. At least there, you can prove yourself in your own language. I mean, figuratively speaking. But that's a real misconception. And for example, why hide any emotions? You don't need to tell your daughter she doesn't understand or must understand you. Instead, share your struggles and how you survive, without saying she has to help you. Yes, the one who loves you, your child, loves you. If they're writing poems, if their soul sings, they love their mom. They don't forget, they call often. But then suddenly, this illusion will disappear. You'll analyze the situation again, and some dream of yours will come up, and you'll want to dream. Girls, believe me, I was in a very difficult situation. And my children also thought that I was moving millions and could do anything at all. Just in conversations, in communication, not in making any complaints. You owe me. I raised you as my daughter. Imagine, in a difficult situation, my child, without even asking. We just talked again. I didn't ask for anything. She didn't even ask. She just transferred me money, even though she earns less than I do. But that money just saved my life, even though I didn't ask. Talk to each other. Here, in parent-child relationships, of course, it's harder to read all of this. But this card says, go towards harmony, stop hiding what you don't like. Well, don't hold on to this illusion if you're going to blame someone. In fact, it's impossible to force anyone to love. It's impossible. A person can only want to love on their own. Making yourself or others a victim, saying you owe me, you must, or they can, just repeats the Cartman triangle. I did it for you, then it begins. You shouldn't have. Who asked you? Yes. No, you can't force someone to love or act out of love, by only just not making any claims against anyone. That's just some more information that's come up. Maybe it'll be useful to someone. Most likely it will, because here, as I said, family karma came up, ancestral property, ancestral stability. Oh, well, we've revealed this. And now look, the Four of Pentacles. You have open roads ahead. Wait for your Four of Pentacles. That means registration of real estate, or paying for housing, or a stable job. Safety cushions, safety cushions. Not sure, in terms of health. Maybe if it's unhealthy for you in some situations. Wait, the little ship is already coming to you. Here it is, this little ship. You did something here. You acted, yet this little ship is approaching you anyway. Or you acted on your soul's call. That's what my soul told me. And it's not about money here. I don't know. Your soul told you, I don't know, to go visit someone, to talk to someone, to tell someone about something. It seems like a small thing. Well, when it comes to real estate, of course, it's not a small thing. Maybe it's not a small thing at all. But a ship is coming to you, already loaded, with new goals, spreading the vision of some new objectives. When it arrives, the spreading of something will begin. A movement forward. I would say a more harmonious transformation. You will be able to make life changes toward liberation. Well, this is where it all started for us, the Tower. Girls, don't be afraid of it. On this card it says that your life will now be transformed, built differently. It's truly about making life changes toward liberation, and for those who have made the decision in their mind and started the transformation, it will happen very easily for you, and your life will change for the long term. This ship, loaded with your realization and liberation, it's already coming, but for someone who can't decide, wants it badly, their soul is screaming. That's when your guardian angel will take you and lead you. Where? Maybe to a government institution. You'll quit your job, or you'll get fired, and you'll go, well, you know, right. What's it called? We're, oh Lord, employment, the employment service. Well, you get it, right? It might take you to the hospital. It says, you worked like a horse there. Your soul is already screaming. Come on, take a break, lie down, think. You have the right thoughts, but you don't let yourself think. Someone might snap at you. If it's a parent-child thing, well, I don't know. Maybe a relative will get really sick. An adult parent will get sick, and there will be nowhere to go. You'll have to tell everything before they pass away. Someone might feel really bad. Or, you might get a little sick, and the child will run in, really get scared, and say, Mom, I'm sorry. And then in your head, there will be lightning, thunder, tears, and snot, and everyone will suddenly tell each other everything. Everyone will understand. And I wanted this, and I wanted this. And that's it. And look, it depends on the person. Well, for 99% of people, expect a ship of transformation, a life of liberation, freedom, and it will be easier to live. In general, for those who have it easy right now, the soul, nothing is pressing it at the moment. For you, it's easy since you've already started and done something yourself. Well, I don't know. Maybe you quit a job you didn't like, got divorced, talked to your kids. Maybe it was painful. Maybe it was a tough conversation. But now you feel, oh, such relief. It's like, you can finally breathe out. What else comes up here? 2 major arcana cards come up. Well, maybe your husband will understand you. I don't know. Your husband will understand. Your father will understand. Your son will understand. Somebody you gave their status. The Emperor. Your empire will still come to you. A stable position. The organization of a stable position often refers to the Emperor. You see, everything is already as it should be. No need for anything else. All documents are signed, since this is state power. The power will be in my hands. I'll sign everything, and it will all be registered. No emperor, no president, no judge will get close. That is, everything is already organized for me, the whole arrangement of my life. Well, someone might. If it's negative, then the emperor might start destroying something. So, you're sitting there married to some guy, and he starts messing with your head, and then a ship full of gifts arrives. But that only happens if you're sitting somewhere your soul is uneasy, because here you've already made some decisions and calmed down. That's it. The transformation of the world and leadership has already begun, and you have a stable position in the world. Someone will find a good, cool guy and get married. Someone will find a great boss. Someone will resolve an issue with the authorities. Leadership, because leadership will be in your hands. And who will succeed? Those who have already done something, and most importantly, the soul, light, became lighter. Yeah, look, you see, I told you, I was pouring this out for your soul, the Two of Cups. This doesn't directly show partners, but it can indirectly. You made an agreement with someone, talked, understood each other, to understand each other. Or is it about your inner soul? Our minds and our soul united, and the mind said, I understand you, oh my God. The soul was screaming and screaming, and here it is. Our soul, the mind. The mind is masculine energy. The soul is feminine energy. I'm screaming like I've been cut. That's it, we're partners. We realized that this absolutely has to be done. We made up, reconciled, kissed each other. The soul kissed the forehead. Oh Lord mind, let's kiss your own heart. Say, oh Lord, how I love myself. How good I feel. How wonderful it is that I made this decision, that I set myself free. Yes, whatever happens, happens. I'm my own person. I'm the very best for myself. I'm talking about the soul, but indirectly, the partnership card, yes, it can still indicate partners. And again, we're coming back to the Four of Swords. Family karma, parent-child karma, and family karma can be wonderful. Maybe the happiest, the most joyful. Our actions led to happy consequences. So, what about family karma with the man you have children with? Because, well, this is about family lineage. You see, you've already put half of your DNA into another family system, and now you have shared branches. There's no such thing as just a random man here. By the way, maybe you decided, by the way, about love, this could also play out here. Maybe you're thinking healthy thoughts about romantic relationships, and you've decided to take the lead in improving to find yourself a good husband, a real man, and say, I'm not just going to sit and wait for someone to like me. No, I'll go through everyone myself, choose and pick the one I like. The only thing left will be to find out if he likes me. Yes, but still, it's easier to take the lead in this. What? I'm just sitting around and some guy is deciding my fate for me, and maybe I actually like guys who don't even like me back. So, it turns out, you just give yourself away. If you like someone, you marry him. If he likes you, you marry him. He proposes, and you agree, but maybe I should be the one choosing for myself. I chose for myself. Then we'll discuss everything. And if he likes me, then everything will work out. And this kind of variation is also possible. Well, in this family, they didn't do things the way you've decided to do them. This is probably freedom fighters. Go ahead with all your family energies and how you think life should be. I'm going to choose for myself, to choose and see. Well then, let's ask the cards. Well, here you stepped into the King of Fire, and you're bright, fiery, and charismatic. An innovator. How I'll bring in new things and create a new position for the family, find a true emperor, and how we'll start growing together. Even the Sakura blossomed here from your boundless energy. Well, you're truly inspired right now. Well, it's true, yes, in masculine energy. Well, I probably had to step into it. Maybe the girls, the women in your family are like that. Well, they'll marry me off to someone. Or someone will come himself and ask. And I'll be at home. A beautiful maiden sitting there. He'll come and ask. And then I'll marry him. But it's not good for beautiful maidens to choose men themselves. I'll be sitting there, and even if he's not so great, but mine, well, we'll just sit here together in our four walls. Here, well, there's this too. Well, here it's just like a blooming sakura, Japanese cherry blossom. Maybe I'll do like harakiri, like those Japanese, like a samurai. I'll die. Well, I'm not a samurai if I don't find a good man. It sounds like that, haha. I'll do harakiri myself. I'll do harakiri to bad men too. Something like this. My sakura will grow here. Maybe we used to have some oaks here. Oaks, yes, oak trees, but I'll plant sakura here. Well, you look really bright then. Well, or maybe you were inspired by this image, bright and blooming. Well, and sakura is very beautiful. A lot of people come to see the sakura. It's really like, wow, obviously, you'll attract a lot of attention to yourself here. Girls, there's only a grain of joke in this. Everything else is true. Because your soul craves freedom. Freedom for the samurai, freedom for the samurai. What else is important for you to hear here? The card. Something new has come up. I think, wait a moment. Your strength is in some kind of partnership. But here, the partnership is probably more professional, after all. In some kind of partnership, there will be real progress. And again, the card says that you feel this intuitively. That's why your soul is calm. Calm. It feels the freedom of the future. There is some kind of power here in partnership. Maybe it's with children, or it's a creative partnership. A childhood friend. Here's the card. Memories, nostalgia, the past. You dreamed, it's good. All your cards are well placed. Surprisingly, in general, you are loved by the higher powers. They only say good things about you. Well, this is the card of children, creativity, and sports. Oh, strength is also about sports. Look, strength is our life energy, endless. So, start strength. A childhood friend, children, a partner with a child. We do something together in a romantic relationship, and here are also romantic relationships. Here, creative and romantic relationships as well. Okay. Luck. This is actually the house of happiness. This is happiness. You will get some kind of sign there. A sign of your greatest happiness will come. So, once again, let's list them. Children, sports, creativity, romantic relationships, early romantic relationships. They always begin here. It's extremely rare for us to get married right away. In any house of the horoscope, there's the fifth house, the birth of children, our creations, our creative projects. It doesn't necessarily mean we're doing embroidery. Maybe our creative project is real estate. Is that right? Sometimes we have a partnership right away. Well, by the way, here we have some kind of work or financial partnership. The first one, it came out. You feel it intuitively. But there, for example, you can meet your love, which is just beginning to develop. No one is talking about marriage yet. No. Here, maybe a partnership with a child will begin. And in this, there will be some kind of strength for you, real power, with a creative project. In some creative project that you already know you will carry out. Let me put it that way. You already clearly know that you will do it. But then partners will come who will help make some wishes and dreams come true. About marriage and signing contracts. Well, about contracts, that's actually easy. Yes, you'll sign them. You'll sign them. Yes, here a creative approach will give you some strength. And you might even find love. Well, yes. I also wanted to say that marital relationships always start from the fifth house, and only very rarely in Orthodox families. If you belong to an Orthodox family, where your parents made all the decisions for you, and you only met at the registry office where you sign the papers, and from that moment on, yes, when this part is skipped, then this approach suits you. But still, yes, things can play out differently here. There can be a very strong romance at work. Again, a very strong passion for your own creativity. You might sign some partnership agreements. It's as if you already know this. You can sign something related to creativity, self-fulfillment, or even regarding children. Oh my God, this is so overwhelming. This is just... They simply say, your dreams, your childhood dreams, what your inner child has wished for, will come true. Girls, unfortunately, we are not all powerful. Although here it's about, oh, this is also about health, strength. It can also indicate health. Well, in that case, there will be improvements in health. You'll feel younger, something like that. It'll be easier to move. Well, maybe you'll find a good doctor, or maybe someone will just start working out. A good, well, partnership agreement. I don't know, maybe a fitness club. You'll buy a membership. Well, that's also a partnership agreement. Here, the cards just said, some of your dreams will come true. You should know that. And what else do you need to know about your dreams coming true? This is about partnership. Well, there will be some overwork for now. Again, just wait. It's falling into the first column. For those who've made a decision, lost their balance from overworking, and decided to take a break. That's a good sign. You've finished a certain period, and now the fulfillment of dreams is coming here. Someone might be really tired. You can already see there's the source of your happiness for those who are really tired. Here, this will bring some kind of partnership, very beneficial for you. Here, the girl is really tired at home. Well, the Ten of Wands doesn't necessarily mean that you're tired at home. Well, yes, someone is tired at home, and there's something valuable in that. Well, for example, with a bad partner, I'm exhausted like a dog. Always working at home, and there's something valuable in that, so you can get out of there for that gold. To find another person for yourself, maybe even just a work partner, because some powerful, strong partnership where you fulfill your dreams. Here is partnership, just partnership. It will give you a lot of progress. It will bring happiness, luck, progress, look, planning partnerships, saving some partnership agreements. It all brings complete progress. The Wheel of Fortune means rubbing shoulders in some kind of society. In a society of happy people, in some kind of community, spinning and turning. Yes, doing something. Well, it will bring happiness. Maybe it's also the Wheel of the Year here. The Wheel of Fortune, by the way. Next year is the 10th. If you add up all the numbers, it comes out to 10. It's amplified, yes. The 1. Oh, the 0 always amplifies the 1. Well, strength fits here too. You also have a year of strength coming through partnership in some kind of society, right? Oh, a fateful decision. Girls, who here has already made a fateful decision? Whose soul is already rejoicing? You have already made a fateful decision. If you are feeling down, you will soon make a fateful decision, but probably still when the year begins. But the wheel of fortune is turning. Right now, you were told this right away. Changes are happening. You just don't see it yet. Maybe we'll all see that luck, progress, and changes have started in the new year. By the way, I'll give you another tip. Add. The number of the year for us is 10. We don't count the zeros. Add your birthday and birth month. Add them together. Then add 10. And if you get a 2-digit number, add the digits again so you get a single-digit number. And you'll understand where personal happiness awaits you. It will highlight the area of life where happiness is waiting for you. This year, because it's the number of the year. Here, some kind of power. In this 10th year, your power will be born. Endless power. Listen to how interesting the card said it. So at this time, it's already being born. Some kind of endless power within you. That means it can last endlessly for your whole life. Maybe even the power of the soul will be born. After all, we come to expand the energy of the soul, and by making the right decisions, we expand the soul's energy. And that means in the next incarnation, our soul can cover much more with its light, more possibilities. Multitasking awaits you after fatigue. After fatigue, after some kind of tiredness, multitasking awaits you, but it will be easy to do. Yeah, so, the wheel of the year, spinning in some kind of community. Maybe you will be part of some openly intuitive community. I don't know. You will be spinning in this community, and some kind of multitasking is coming. The stairway to heaven, it can also be shown by the aid of fire. Yes, higher powers are protecting you. You will constantly be chased by thoughts like, what if I don't make it in time? But they are protecting you. You will make it. There could also be some trips there. Well, quick ones, for your happiness. If there are trips, they're for your happiness. If there are trips, then they might bring you happiness. Maybe even a long trip or a trip related to your talents. You might be invited somewhere because of your talents. Well, astrology, cosmic energy. Well, that's if we're talking about esoteric talents. But for now, I don't see any esoterics here. It's just that the star includes a lot of talents. It's about using your talents in society. That's also where your fame might begin to grow in some community, where you'll be handling many tasks. Well, fame then comes from routine work, from your talents. Well, earthly ordinary ones. Well, for the girl, there will be a trip, even a long one, a quick but long trip. By the way, your dream will come true there too. Oh, what's that? There, you will finish something, do something in order to be reborn, to transform your future freedom. Or maybe a trip to the past, to a place where you used to be, or to a past where something didn't work out. Because to finish, the 13th arcana is death. Maybe it's connected to some documents, possibly some inheritance matters. But that's not always the case. It's just that you've already been there, to put an end to something there, to transform it for future freedom, to finish, to complete it, so that you can be reborn there like a phoenix. Maybe even just go somewhere, take a break, to free yourself and be reborn like a phoenix. But that will happen too. That's how to carry the meaning of freedom. The card of the past came up again. Self-analysis, guidance. The hermit is always about the past. I'm here. Maybe going to visit a lonely person. To a place of power. Oh, maybe go on some kind of pilgrimage. Oh, the hermit also fits monasteries. But that's only if you're religious. Let's not do anything here. No magic at all. Nothing like that is showing up right now. It's past experience. Doing, making, transforming, redoing, to feel more freedom. But these are some wise decisions, some goal, some height to reach later. They're showing a goal, a height, a wise decision. Well, you think that they're with your past. You feel some kind of responsibility. Maybe it's a child, your students, your assistants, or maybe you're helping someone, by the way. That could also be the case. All right, what else do you need to know right here and now? Stop regretting something. Remember that you are free. You don't need to lock yourself in a cage of dependencies or illusions. I don't understand. So what else do they want to say? In the world, the purity of thoughts brings pure karma. On Earth, everyone makes mistakes. There isn't a single person who doesn't. Even holy people, many of them became saints. Well, canonized, only because they made a mistake somewhere, regretted it, but stopped doing it and changed. Through the purity of their thoughts, they simply removed it. Here, there is always freedom, and only our ego, our conviction that we are right about something, keeps us from freeing ourselves from something. Well, there is also some kind of dependency here. Stop regretting some kind of dependency. Maybe you were dependent on something. Maybe it's about some documents. My God, what, oh Lord, you feel responsible for something. Enough. They're saying here, stop regretting. If you accidentally harmed yourself or, well, thought it was the right thing to do, or harmed others, I don't know. Just stop regretting and change, with purity of thoughts towards yourself and with purity of thoughts towards others. And at this point, it doesn't matter whether others forgive you if you accidentally hurt someone. I have this feeling that, I don't know, here, it's like you're actually showing care about something. Maybe you wanted to take care of someone and accidentally caused harm to someone or to yourself. Here's where I'm confused, girls. Come on, tell us. It could be family, love, animals. Maybe you couldn't make someone's dream come true. I can't figure it out. Maybe some loved ones. Animals. I don't know. Maybe someone didn't give you their blessing. Didn't have time to bless you for something. Anyway, okay, let's not guess. I guess everything here is just very different. Let's just ask, what do they want to tell you about this unclear situation? Control yourself, restrain yourself. There is always a compromise. There is always a way out. You can always come to an agreement with yourself and with others. You always can even, well, in general, your guardian angel has come to you with something. Harmony, balance. Maintain balance. What does the guardian angel want to say? Maintain balance. It will come. Here, it's just a feeling, like a community or family. Control will bring prosperity, security, and tradition. Some restraint, some moderation. Not swings, these strong swings back and forth. Prosperity, security, traditions. They will help you achieve triumph and complete the cycle. The Lady of Pentacles. Maybe Lady of Pentacles, Lady Pentacle. Oh goodness, she always has a family hearth. Wherever she is, she always has a stash of money. She always has high-quality clothes. She's super duper. Like my middle daughter likes to say, super duper. I took a picture of my nutcrackers for her at Christmas, and she said, "Oh, at my work, super duper. Nutcracker," she says. "There's a nutcracker there too, so you have super duper things." That's just your opinion. By the way, both the Lady of Pentacles and the opinion of the whole world has it that she has super duper things. Yes, her house and her clothes are expensive. Maybe she doesn't have a lot. But they're super duper, yes, super duper. So, if you run into some kind of dilemma, don't blame yourself, don't blame others. Things happen. Let's just say, let it go. Find your balance. Everything will be fine here. Basically, you will complete the cycle because you have a strong ability to maintain the comfort of your home or to accumulate material wealth. And what is this? And this is the Ace of Water. Joy will come, emotions, relationships, feelings, intuition. Here, relationships based on love will be given to you. So, well, it depends on each person, right here. What karmic card came up? Some people have pain, some have heartache, and some have just made a decision. And the soul feels liberated. It would be better that way. Here, love will bring beauty, the feeling of the world's beauty. Everything is fine, yes. Show intuition, wisdom, and patience, and everything will come. Well, girls, that's the message for today. We'll read again some other time. The last part was really hard for me to understand. What was it? Let's go over it again. What was the last message? Is it something? A greeting from the past? What you dreamed about? Dreamer card. Greeting from the past. Dreamer. Well, to talk clearly and honestly about the past now, about some secrets, experiences. I don't know. You admit something to yourself just like that. You honestly admit something to what you used to turn a blind eye to. Well, that's what I just revealed at the end. Maybe something will be revealed during the full moon, by the way. But already your thoughts are right. Healthy ones. That's the story. Thank you for being with me today. Like the video. Leave comments. It's not hard for you. Oh, and by the way, we will definitely do something for the new moon. It's going to be super duper. She just wrote that to me yesterday, and now super duper is stuck in my head. For the new moon. Yes, together. Together with the solstice. Well, it's going to be really awesome. I'll tell you, this year and especially December are really amazing. Really amazing. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out all this awesomeness together with you, and we'll definitely do something for the new moon. And of course, I would be happy to get your feedback in the form of comments. I read them, and likes. Well, those little hearts. Yes. Girls. And of course, if you can afford it, sponsorship support or some little gifts. People call them donations or tips. Yes, tips. Right at your fingertips. You can give tips there. In general, I would be very happy to get your feedback. I'm not saying goodbye to you. Come by more often, stay longer. It's really interesting to read your energy, so be sure to leave comments. Because sometimes, girls, when you write comments, I understand what the conversation was actually about. Maybe I don't have that kind of experience. And since I don't have it, I haven't even heard of such an experience. Yes. So I can't even give an example. That's why, of course, my dependencies came up right away here. Well, the dependency card did come up. You can review it so I don't have to dig into it. Or maybe some kind of emotional dependency came up. Your emotions really got hooked on something. You can't forgive yourself. So my dear ones, once again, happy upcoming holidays and see you next time.